After running onto that rock, we checked the bilges and didn't think there was any water coming in, but we've just noticed that there is a bit of water getting into the hull. I'll show you down here. It's not drastic, but there's a bit of water there that shouldn't be there. I do keep my water bottles down here, but I've noticed it's salt water. So whatever we've done there, we have damaged the boat, and there must be a bit of a crack in the hull. So we decided to lift it out. I'm going to take it down to Bundaberg and we'll haul it out and repair the damage. Don't run into rocks, not good in boats, eh? The wind is still from the north. We up anchor. Once past Round Hill, we plot a course for Bundy. Well, we left from 1770 this morning. We got a nice little northerly blowing, bit of sail out, and we got about an 8-hour trip down to Bundaberg. We had a good night there last night, and this is the last bit of northerly for a while, so we're going to use it. And when we get to Bundy, I'm going to haul out and repair the boat. Anyway, it should be a pleasant trip if conditions stay the way they are at the moment. The leads into the Burnett River are in sight, and we make the fenders ready. Once in our berth, we can plan to be lifted, and we'll anti-foul as well. Next door, a couple of willy wagtails have started a new family. They make Pip's life miserable protecting the fledglings. Bundaberg Port Marina has great facilities and an excellent hard stand and travel lift. The work begins. A washdown for starters. Well, I'm up on the hard, and while I'm up here I think it's always a good idea to polish the boat. I got the boys to acid wash it when they lifted me out. It takes all the stains out of the gel coat, and I'm just putting a bit of polish on, a bit of canubra wax, get it into the gel coat, and tends to make the shine on the boat last a bit longer. Probably be up for about 14 or 15 days with the repair that's going on to the front of the boat where I hit a rock, and I'm going to pull a shaft out as well. But you do this once a year and make sure everything under the water is looking all right. Bit of a bugger of a job, but someone's got to do it, eh? It is a labour of love. I love this girl. A shipwright does the underwater repair, and I concentrate on anti-fouling. Well, this is the dirtiest part of the job. I've got to rub the hull back. I rub it back with 60 grit, wet and dry. If you are doing anti-fouling yourself, never rub the anti-foul back dry, because a lot of dust comes off, and that dust is full of copper and all sorts of nasties, and it'll actually poison your eyes. So I do it wet. I have a hose going, and if you do it wet, it keeps all the dust down. So it's a matter of wetting the anti-foul down and then rubbing it off. Good fun, nice and dirty. Okay, we've rubbed back all the old anti-foul, just to braided it up a bit. These patches where the repairs are, and any bits where you get through the anti-foul a bit, it's a good idea to treat them with a product called Vineguard. This gives the anti-foul a good surface to keep it. Well, all the dirty work's done, just masking up now, and we'll get a bit of paint on. Better off wearing protective clothing, saves a lot of washing off. Two coats of anti-foul and the boat is ready to go back in. Well, while I'm up on the hard, I've had the anchor chain re-galvanised, and I've just marked it all out. And all I've got to do now is reattach the anchor. This is about a once in 3 or 4 year job, so $160 to re-galvanise it, about $400 or $500 to replace it, so it's worth getting it done when it gets really rusty. Of course, the best part of being on the hard is actually going back into the water.